All right, guys, I wanted to make sure you guys had a review of the offense. We're in the 1-4 set. Standard is to pass to the guy in the wing. This guy sets a pick for Phila, who comes all the way through. This guy sets a pick here in the low post, comes around. This guy sets the third pick, freeing up this guy for a jump shot. The way he gets the ball, this guy, after setting this pick, sets a pick here for a pick and roll. This guy drives. This guy either rolls or he flares. If there's nothing there, a great option is likely going to be that jump shot out here. Another great option is if this fella, after this screen, is flashing, he's going to be available in the low post. A lot of times it's going to be a layup. If for some reason you make this pass up here, this guy's here, he doesn't quite like the shot, another fantastic option if this guy isn't available or is covered, well, he can come up and set a screen for this high post player who's now going to dive down and be available for an over-the-top pass. And that's going to be a pretty easy bucket right there too. That's something that I added. But essentially that's it. If nothing comes from this, then we're going to reset. And that basically means everybody gets back into spots. It really doesn't matter who plays where, guys. It's really not all that complicated of an offense, so I don't care who runs point. But more or less, I seriously don't matter who plays wing or post. Another option that we knew about already is a straight dribble here. This sends the guy through. This guy sets the pick here. He comes all the way through. This guy comes down, sets the pick here. So basically the same stuff. This guy sets a pick here. He becomes available again. Same difference in the play, except for the only difference is you force this guy out, right? I got into discussion with a couple guys about doing more than just passing or going to the wing and getting the point guard some action here into the mid post. So that's awesome. You pass into the mid post here. Now he's the guy who dives down, and there's a potential handoff here. Okay, he's also getting a screen. If the handoff isn't there, he goes all the way through. He sets the pick. He comes through. This guy sets the pick. We get the same action, more or less, on that play. This guy squares up. If he doesn't hand off, he takes a look, see if this flash is here, available. He could also decide to pass here and then set that pick and roll right here. So this guy runs that pick and roll action right here, and he can come out and flare, or he can go to the hoop, and the same stuff happens here. This guy going all the way through is going to be available for that jump shot, so he can kick it out. Same action up here. If he doesn't want to shoot it, I recommend the lower post guy comes up and sets a pick for this fella here, who's now going to dive down and be available for the shot. I know it looks messy, but if you follow along, you can see where I'm getting at. There's going to be a ton of options all throughout this offense, and I really like it. On defense, we're going to be running a 3-2. So essentially, we've got our three guys here, and our low post guys here. That's likely going to be me and Matt down low. And then likely second unit, Yod and Osi are playing real big underneath, so I want them to cover the big holes here. And of course, you know about the zones you're running here. Okay, the only thing we really need to worry about against this team is their three shooting. Okay, the reason why we're running zone is because all they do is set picks for themselves to get threes. They're going to look for threes all over the place by setting picks for each other. So what we're going to do is basically, instead of switching, we're just going to be running zone. And these guys, especially the low posts, are going to have to make sure we get to the corners and close out on these three-point shooters. Okay, every time that's happened, this guy obviously is going to cover the middle. All right, we got to make sure we rotate. And that's the only thing to really worry about, is to make sure that we're covering all the perimeter stuff. making them work it inside, and certainly you're going to find us collapsing if they try to penetrate. We'll be right in front of them all day long. So that's going to be highly effective. And then these guys need to try to do their best to get active hands, try to get the ball so we can get out in transition. Anytime we get a deflection, a rip, or whatever, just jam, boogie down, and then I think we're going to have some good numbers down there. Two on ones, 3 on ones, that kind of thing. If it's 3 on 2, it might not be cool enough, and then we go back to running the offense. Get into this set, and then function from there. At the very least, we're going to have good spacing. All right, guys. So, feedback's all good, but hopefully you feel me on where I'm coming from on this, and let's go out there and have a good time. All right, talk to you later.